In the remote highlands of Kenya's Amboseli National Park, an elderly male lion named Simba had lived alone for many years. His once powerful body was now lean, his thick mane reduced to sparse, graying strands. In his prime, Simba had been the revered leader of a formidable pride, his commanding presence, booming roar, and scarred visage striking fear into the hearts of the savannah's inhabitants. His battle mark spoke of triumphs over rivals and hunts that sustained his kin. Yet nature's unyielding cycle spares no one, and age slowly claimed his vigor. When he sensed his steps growing heavy and his claws dulling, he chose to leave his pride. With a quiet glance at his descendants thriving in the grasslands, he slipped away, leaving behind the days of his reign. Simba's solitary journey led him to the wild, rocky hills of Amboseli, a rugged expanse rarely touched by humans, where the wind whistled through craggy peaks. There he found a small cave, its shadowed interior a refuge from the relentless sun. Each morning he emerged stiffly, raising his weathered head to feel the breeze sweep across the cliffs. Memories of his youth sometimes surfaced, his roars echoing as he repelled challengers, the warmth of his pride under the vast night sky. But those moments were like distant breezes, soft and fleeting. To survive, he hunted small game, rabbits or young antelope, his movements slow, hindered by old wounds that ached in the cool dawn. Yet Simba persisted, his solitary existence a testament to his enduring spirit. His faint paw prints marked the stony ground, a private record of his grueling path. As seasons passed, Simba's strength faded, but his will to live flickered on. His once mighty frame grew frail, each step a labor, yet he pressed forward, driven by instinct older than the hills. One overcast afternoon, with heavy clouds looming, Simba spotted a lone impala on a rocky ridge. It was a chance for a vital meal before nightfall. Mustering his waning strength, he stalked forward, navigating the steep, uneven terrain. His pace was sluggish, his breath shallow, but his hunter's resolve burned fiercely. The impala, sensing danger, darted toward a distant cliff, its hooves scattering pebbles as it fled. Simba pursued, his muscles quivering, each stride a defiance of his aging body. Tragedy struck when his paw slipped on loose gravel, sending him tumbling down a sharp ravine. A brief roar escaped as he clawed desperately at the cliff's edge, his worn nails scraping for grip. Below, fierce winds battered his weakened frame. The impala vanished, leaving Simba stranded on the jagged slope. He growled defiantly, his cry echoing through the hills, blending fury and despair. For 3 grueling hours he fought to climb, his roars weakening into hoarse moans. His claws etched shallow scratches in the rock, but his strength drained away. Exhausted, he gazed at the gray sky, as if accepting that his long journey might end here, claimed by the merciless earth. Yet fate sometimes weaves a final act of grace. At that moment, a man named Baraka, a seasoned ranger of Amboseli National Park, was driving a nearby trail. Baraka had spent decades protecting the park's wildlife, his hands calloused from years of tracking and care. En route to the ranger station, he caught the faint, anguished groans of a lion. He stopped his truck, stepping out cautiously to trace the sound. Guided by experience, Baraka reached the ravine and saw Simba clinging to the cliff's edge. The sight, a once proud beast reduced to trembling desperation, stirred both awe and urgency. He knew the danger of approaching a wild predator, but also that waiting for a rescue team could be fatal. Simba's twitching muscles and labored breath signaled time was running out. "Old King, I'll help you, but don't fight me." Simba dipped his head, a weary gesture of trust, too drained for resistance. Baraka braced himself, knowing this was a singular chance to save a life. He gripped Simba's forepaws, feeling the heavy weight of the lion's body diminished but still formidable. Simba strained, his hind legs scrabbling against the rock, claws seeking traction. The struggle was a battle against gravity and time. Pebbles and dust rained down, stinging Baraka's face as he pulled. Each moment stretched, a test of endurance for both. Baraka's arms burned, his heart raced, but he refused to let go. Simba's grunts mixed with the wind, his body inching upward with painful slowness. The rock shifted, threatening to drag both down, yet Baraka held firm, his muscles screaming, his resolve unbroken. At last, with a final heave, Simba reached solid ground, collapsing in a heap. Baraka slumped beside him, gasping for breath. The lion was safe, his life pulled back from the abyss. Baraka backed away, wary of Simba's reaction. The lion lay still, his breaths ragged but steady. In the silence, man and beast locked eyes, bound by their shared ordeal. As strength returned, Simba stirred, rising shakily. He shook his sparse mane and fixed his gaze on Baraka. In his faded eyes, a spark of gratitude shone, wordless but profound. Baraka, drenched in sweat, offered a faint smile, knowing he'd done something extraordinary, driven by compassion. Simba shuffled closer and Baraka tensed, his hand near his belt. But the lion meant no harm. Instead, he lowered his head to the ground, a primal gesture of thanks, his instincts speaking where words failed. Moved, Baraka reached out, his hand brushing Simba's scarred shoulder, a fleeting bridge between man and wild. The moment lingered, a rare harmony across species. Baraka stepped back, raising a hand in farewell, mindful of the boundaries. Simba answered with a soft, rumbling roar, a respectful echo of parting. The clouds parted, sunlight spilling through, bathing the hills in gold. Baraka turned to his truck, glancing back to ensure Simba was steady. The lion followed a few steps, his gait unsteady but resolute, like a friend bidding farewell. He paused as Baraka reached the vehicle, his eyes fixed on the man who had saved him. Baraka climbed in, his gaze lingering on Simba. He imagined the lion's youth, a proud monarch ruling the plains, his roar a challenge to the stars. Time had eroded his strength, but not his dignity. Baraka started the engine, the truck rolling toward the station. Simba turned, his steps heavy as he moved toward the shadowed forest. Their encounter was a miracle, a fleeting union of human kindness and wild resilience. The sunlight bathed the hills, a quiet blessing for two souls who had faced death together. Baraka knew this day would stay with him, a story etched in his heart. Simba, spared by chance and mercy, likely carried his own silent memory of the man who pulled him from the brink. In Amboseli's highlands, the cliffs stood as witnesses to compassion, their stones marked by struggle and triumph. The tale closed with Simba's faint roar, drifting through the trees like a song of gratitude for the life he reclaimed. Dear friend, thank you for sharing this journey. Your time means the world. Please like and subscribe to support our channel and join us for more tales of the wild and the human spirit.